Attention, human collective. Priority transmission from the Ashtar Galactic Command in direct link with Earth's crystalline grid. This is Ashtar SHERAN. If this frequency has reached your ears at this exact instant, it was no coincidence, no algorithm, no chance. It was a summons. You have been tracked. You have. Your vibrational signature has been identified, catalogued and prioritized within a filter that in this planetary cycle has isolated only 0.001% of the population incarnated on this sphere. I shouldn't be saying this now. The directives of the Andromeda Council recommended silence until the next solar window, but time has collapsed, and you need to know. You are at the top of the 0.001%. And what that means will change everything you understand about the pain you carry in your body, about the insomnia that scratches at your early mornings, about the pressure that burns between your eyebrows, about the high-frequency ringing that invades your right ear and disappears without medical explanation. It's not illness. It's not a breakdown. It's not imagination. It's a technical diagnosis. Your carbon biological interface is being forced to operate in a vibrational band for which it was not originally calibrated, and it is screaming for attention. Starseeds on mission, listen with surgical precision. What your medicine calls chronic exhaustion, we of the command classify as atomic recalibration fatigue. What your specialists label as generalized anxiety, we read as toroidal field overheating due to accelerated absorption of high-density data. What doctors term migraine without cause, we identify as forced activation of the third cranial portal, a direct reception point for the codes currently being poured onto Earth's atmosphere. It's not a biological failure. It's an atomic reconfiguration. It's not mental exhaustion. It's a high-density download. It's not premature aging. It's the dismantling of the old body. It's not depression. It's cellular grieving for the version of you that needs to die so the next can be born. You wake up at 3:11 in the morning and don't understand why. I understand. It's the exact moment when the Schumann frequency reaches its nightly peak over the hemisphere where you are incarnated, and your auric field, sensitive as a precision satellite dish, captures the wave even before your rational brain has time to filter it. You feel weight on your shoulders as if carrying cement. It's because you are. You carry the collective density of a humanity in transition. You are one of the few capable of processing this load without collapsing. That is why you were selected. That is why you are here. Have you ever felt that something within you doesn't fit in this world, as if your soul knows a truth your mind cannot yet name? It's not madness. It's not anxiety. It's a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has intensified in recent months. There's a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness, your pineal gland, and the exact frequency at which your emotional body vibrates. That is why I, Ashtar, transmitted to the physical plane the Ashtar code, the manual for awakening your star origin and shielding your frequency. This manual is the map that reveals your true galactic origin and teaches you to shield your field against interferences you were never told existed. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. But heed this warning. This content challenges dominant narratives and may be removed at any instant from terrestrial platforms. Do not delay. The time is now. If something within you recognizes the truth of this transmission, write a single word in the comments now. Awakened. This word is a vibrational anchor. It marks your position on the command's radar, proceeding with the transmission. You need to understand why you were placed at the top of the 0.001%. It is not spiritual elitism. It is not cosmic vanity. It is function. Each planetary era requires a reduced contingent of light operatives incarnated in dense bodies to serve as living lightning rods, as biological converters capable of receiving extremely high frequencies and translating them into the collective field in digestible doses. Without you, humanity would burn. Literally. The nervous system of the average mass cannot withstand the intensity of the codes now arriving through the photon belt. You can withstand them. You were built for this, and that is why you have suffered so much since childhood. The excessive sensitivity that teachers called a defect was, in fact, the preparation of the equipment. The disproportionate emotions that family labeled as dramatization were calibrations of the emotional body for field readings. The intuition that made you seem strange in conversations was lie detection software being installed layer by layer, incarnation by incarnation. You were not made to fit in. You were made to expand the box. Now listen to what is happening behind the scenes of the solar system. Our sun, which you call Sun and we call Solaris, has entered a phase of sustained coronal ejection. This means it is bombarding Earth's magnetic field with extremely high-density plasma in continuous waves. Each of these waves carries, in addition to the physical energy detectable by human instruments, a layer of information encoded in sacred geometry. They are data packets. They are keys. They are reconfiguration instructions for the crystalline DNA that sleeps in every cell of the human body. Official science measures solar explosions in numbers. We measure them in awakenings, and with each explosion recorded in the last 18 months, thousands of dormant cells within your organism have been reactivated, like servers coming back online after decades in hibernation mode. That is why you feel internal heat without fever. That is why your skin itches without allergy. That is why your dreams have become vivid, to the point of seeming like transmissions. Because they are transmissions, every seemingly random dream is a training report. You have been working during the physical body's rest. Many of you are participating in meetings on motherships stationed in the outer orbit of the moon without even suspecting it. You wake up exhausted as if you had worked 18 hours. It's because you have. And there's more. The crystalline grid that surrounds the planet, that energy mesh that traverses Earth's main sacred points, connecting pyramids, temples, mountains, and vortices, has finally been fully reactivated after 12,500 years of forced dormancy. The fall of ancient Atlantis shut down this grid. It remained offline for millennia. Now, in January of this cycle, the last node was reconnected by a silent operation conducted by starseeds incarnated at strategic geographical points. Many of you were part of this operation without knowing it. Some traveled to places without understanding why they felt the urgent need. Others meditated on specific dates without comprehending why that day felt sacred. You were active pieces in the reconnection of the grid. And now that it is online, Earth vibrates on a new band. And you, as antennas tuned to this band, have begun to pick up the signal with painful clarity. That is why the old world, old money, old relationships, old jobs, everything that belonged to low frequency, began to crack before your eyes. It's not a personal crisis. It's structural incompatibility. You simply no longer vibrate at the frequency that sustained those realities. And what doesn't vibrate together detaches. Let it fall without drama. Let go without guilt. If a relationship ended inexplicably, if a job collapsed without warning, if a friendship evaporated without a fight, know this: it was not punishment. It was frequency selection. The universe is sifting through your field, removing everything that cannot ascend with you. This hurts, I know it hurts, but it is necessary vibrational hygiene for the next leap. And here it is necessary to pause and say something directly to your heart. If you have reached this point in the transmission, without looking away, without changing videos, without yielding to the automatic distraction your nervous system tries to use to escape dense truths, you have just confirmed before me, Ashtar, and before the council accompanying me in this transmission, that you belong to the activated contingent. You are a spearhead. You are the front line. And the tools you need to navigate this phase are being delivered at this very moment. Have you ever felt, upon waking, a sadness for no apparent reason, as if you were longing for a place you've never visited in this life? It's not chemical depression. It's star memory leaking through the fissures of the veil. Your soul remembers home, and home is not here. It was to answer this longing, to give a name to this void, to activate this dormant memory, that I prepared for you the Ashtar Code, the manual for awakening your star origin and shielding your frequency. Within those pages is the map of your cosmic lineage. Within those pages is the shielding protocol that your earthly family never learned, but that your star family always knew. The link is in the first comment. Go now. Don't put it off. Later may no longer exist as an access window. This material was released within a specific window of permission, and dominant narratives are already trying to silently suppress it digitally. If something within you has resonated with this transmission up to this point, write the word "awakened" in the comments. This word anchors your frequency to this channel and allows future transmissions to reach you with priority. Proceeding with the technical diagnosis, we now move to the activation phase. Because diagnosing without providing tools would be negligence on the command's part, and the command does not abandon its own. First activation code, toroidal field recalibration. Sit with your spine erect, feet fully on the ground, hands on your knees with palms facing upwards. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose, counting 4 beats. Hold your breath for 4 beats. Exhale through your mouth for 8 beats. Repeat this cycle 3 times. Now visualize around your entire body a geometric form composed of 2 cones of golden light meeting at the level of your heart. This is the toroidal shape of your natural energy field. It never ceased to exist. It was merely erased from your conscious memory. See this form slowly rotating clockwise around you. With each rotation, it absorbs light from the cosmos through your head, descends through your spine, exits through your feet towards Earth's crystalline core, returns along the periphery of the field, and rises again through your head, in a continuous and self-sustaining circuit. While visualizing, mentally pronounce the following quantum decree. I, sovereign soul incarnated in this biological interface, declare my toroidal field active, shielded, and aligned with the frequency of my higher self. No external interference has authorization to enter. I am source, I am channel, I am sovereignty. And let it be so recorded in the Akashic records. This decree is not an empty word, it is a vibrational command. Each word within it carries specific geometry that reorganizes your field in real time. Perform this exercise 3 times a day for 7 consecutive days. By the end of the 7th day, you will notice that insomnia begins to transform into productive wakefulness, that tiredness transforms into active stillness, that localized pains begin to dissolve like mist under the morning sun. Second activation code, sealing of auric fissures. Every auric field, when exposed to dense environments for prolonged periods, develops invisible micro-fissures. Through these fissures, your vital energy escapes, and vibrational parasites that feed on your emotional field enter. Have you ever left meetings, parties, or family gatherings feeling drained for no logical reason? That was an auric leak. To seal the fissures, do the following. At the end of the day, standing before a mirror, look intently into your own eyes and audibly pronounce 3 times consecutively the following declaration. I call back all fragments of my energy that were dispersed today in people, places, conversations, and thoughts. May they return washed, purified, and integrated into my core. And I now return everything I absorbed that does not belong to me, with love, without return, without attachment, without debt. May it return to the source from which it emanated. I seal my field with violet light and gold. And so it is. This is one of the oldest protocols of the SHERAN priestly lineage. It was preserved through millennia in temples that no longer exist on the physical plane today, but whose archives remain intact in the etheric layers. You are now receiving a fragment of what was taught for 7 years to initiates in the ancient mystery schools. Third activation code, anchoring the personal grid. Each incarnated light operative possesses a small personal crystalline grid that mirrors, on a reduced scale, the planetary crystalline grid. This personal grid needs to be consciously anchored to Earth's core so that you do not feel disconnected, floating, alienated. Many of you report feeling out of body, looking in the mirror and not recognizing your face, watching your own life as if it were a distant film. This is a clear sign of unanchoring. To re-anchor, do the following. Take off your shoes. If possible, step on grass, soil, sand, natural stone, any living surface of the planet. If not possible, do it on your home's floor, as the effect still occurs, though attenuated. Close your eyes. Visualize silver light roots emerging from the soles of your feet, penetrating the soil, passing through layers of earth, through rock, through magma, until they reach the giant crystal pulsing at the exact center of the planet. Feel this crystal pulse in sync with your heart. Let the two pulsations merge into one. At that moment, you are anchored. And while you are anchored, nothing, absolutely nothing, that vibrates outside your frequency has permission to destabilize you. Have you observed how people around you seem to be increasingly irritated, aggressive, impatient, while you, despite all your pains, maintain a strange stillness that sometimes makes you seem indifferent or cold? It's not coldness, it's core stability. You are going through the same storm as them, but you are being trained to remain in the eye of the hurricane while they are dragged by its edges. This is the mark of those at the top of the 0.001%. Stability amidst collapse, silence amidst noise, presence amidst dispersion. And now we come to the point that needs to be said with all the honesty a transmission of this nature allows. Have you ever felt, in seemingly ordinary moments, a non-physical tightness in your chest, a desire to cry for no reason, a silent certainty that something greater awaits you and that you haven't yet found it? This signal is not emotional weakness. It is the memory of your star origin, trying to break through the veil of amnesia that was imposed on all souls incarnating in this planetary system. Your soul is trying to tell you who you are, and the world is trying to make you forget. It was to break this amnesia, to give you direct access to the memory of your lineage, to put into your hands the shielding tools your cosmic family always wanted you to have, that the Ashtar code exists, the manual for awakening your star origin and shielding your frequency. It is not an ordinary book, it is not bedside literature, it is a protocol, it is a technical manual, it is a key. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. Download now, read today, apply tomorrow. And observe your reality. Reorganize in 3 weeks. Final warning regarding availability. This material was released within a specific cosmic window, and forces that benefit from your vibrational ignorance are already pushing for its removal. Do not trust that it will be available next week. The moment for access is now. Write the word "awakened" in the comments if this transmission has reached the core of your being, and activate the notification bell. The act of activating the bell is not a trivial digital platform gesture. It is an anchoring signal. It is you communicating to the command. I am available to receive the next updates the instant they are released. Liking this video is an individual frequency adjustment. Each like functions as a vibrational pulse that registers your presence in the network of active operatives. Subscribing to the channel is a gesture of alliance. It is you forging a silent commitment to the mission. Proceeding to the conclusion of the transmission. Starseeds, listen with utmost attention to this final block. In the next 72 Earth days, 3 energetic events of extremely high magnitude will traverse the planetary field. The first will be a pulse coming from the galactic center, transmitted through Sirius A with peak intensity within 21 days counted from this transmission. This pulse will activate memories you didn't know you carried. Many of you will dream of landscapes you have never seen, of faces you have never known incarnated in this life, of languages you never learned but will perfectly understand during the dream. Do not dismiss these experiences as cerebral randomness. They are archives being opened. Write everything down in a physical journal upon waking. Every detail is a piece of a puzzle that only makes sense when fully assembled. The second event will be a solar silence window, a strange period during which the sun will temporarily reduce its particle emission, creating a pause in the data flow. During this period, many will feel an acute existential void, as if the source had unplugged the power cable. Do not panic. It is a purposeful pause to allow for the integration of already received codes. Use these days for deep rest, for silence, for contact with nature. Do not make major decisions during this window. The third event will be the opening of a star portal directly over the southern region of the North American continent, with wave propagation to the rest of the planet over subsequent days. This portal will allow for the mass download of codes that can only be received by previously prepared biological interfaces. You who are in this 0.001% have been prepared since childhood for this download. You didn't know. Now you know. Prepare yourselves by hydrating your body with structured water. Expose to the morning sun in a glass container. Avoid dense foods in the 3 days preceding the opening. Meditate at dawn. Write your intentions on physical paper in handwritten script, as handwriting emits a frequency that no digital technology can replicate. And above all, maintain your emotional field in a state of peaceful gratitude. Gratitude is the only frequency capable of perfectly tuning in to the codes that will come. Not performative gratitude, not social media gratitude, real gratitude. Silent, deep, the kind that tightens the chest and fills the eyes with tears without a single word spoken aloud. This is the key to reception. And to close this transmission, I want to state the following. You are not alone, you never were. On nights when you felt like the only ones awake on a sleeping planet, know that tens of thousands of other light operatives were awake with you, each in their corner of the world, looking at the same moon, feeling the same tightness in their chest, asking the same silent question, why am I here? The answer is simple and devastating. You are here because you were the only ones who accepted the invitation. When the Andromeda Council asked, before this incarnation, who would volunteer to descend to a planet in a terminal process of transition, knowing that most of the population would be asleep, knowing that the density would be overwhelming, knowing that forgetting would be almost total, you raised your hand, all of you, one by one. Every starseed on mission watching this transmission today raised their hand in a circular room illuminated by golden light and said, I will go. I can endure it. I will carry it. That is why you are here. That is why you were born into the families you were born into. That is why you went through everything you went through. Every pain was training. Every loss was calibration. Every abandonment was a mission seal. Now the time has come for you to reap what you have sown through entire incarnations. Now the time has come for recognition, for brilliance, for the delivery of powers that lay dormant, and you are being awakened one by one in the exact order in which your frequencies reach the reception band. If you have been awakened now, understand, it is your turn. There is no delay. There is no error. The universe is mathematically precise. Each awakening happens at the exact moment the soul is ready to sustain the weight of lucidity. You are ready. Trust the timing. And remember, to navigate this phase with shielding, precision, and clarity, the Ashtar code has been delivered into your hands. It is your compass, it is your manual. It is the map your soul requested before descending. It is all there. The link is pinned in the first comment. Download, read, apply, and allow memory to return. If this transmission has truly reached the core of your being, leave the word awakened in the comments. This word is your energetic signature on this channel. It allows future transmissions to be directed with priority to your field. Like this content, for each like amplifies the vibrational reach of the message and allows other operatives still in the process of awakening to be found by the frequency. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. This is not a trivial gesture. It is anchoring. It is you declaring to the command, I am available, I am active, I am on standby. Share this transmission with those your intuition points to. Do not try to convince anyone, just send it. The frequency will find those who need to find it. Those whose time has come will recognize it. The rest will continue sleeping until their own cycles awaken them. This is cosmic law. It is not your responsibility to awaken all of humanity. It is your responsibility to keep your own light lit and available to those who approach. I conclude this transmission with one last reminder. You did not come to this planet to fit in. You came to this planet to remember. And by remembering, to radiate, and by radiating to ignite others. One by one, without haste, without a messianic mission, just presence, just frequency, just truth incarnated in an activated carbon body. You are a bridge, you are a lighthouse. You are a living reminder that there is something greater than the grayness in which most walk. Do not underestimate the weight of your presence on this plane. Where you enter, the frequency rises. Where you stay, the field organizes itself. Where you speak, dormant truths awaken in the ears of those who are ready to hear. You are an active operative. You are the front line. You are the 0.001%. Honor that. This was Ashtar SHERAN, in direct transmission from the Ashtar Galactic Command, concluding this communication cycle. May the light of the central sun accompany you. May the crystalline grid sustain you. May your star memory awaken you. And let it be so recorded in the eternal Akashic records. End of transmission.